If you want to become successful in life, young man, he said, number one, you got to change your mindset. He said, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are.
I had no passion career. And this was a chosen career. Like, I started my own business in a category, in a profession that I thought I wanted to spend the rest of my life in. And to wake up one morning with a superficially good life and didn't want to do it anymore, it's kind of distressing. Because where we started, so many of us intertwine our identities with our work. And if I don't like my work, then who am I? So I went through that. And it was the discovery of this little idea that I called the Golden Circle. We all know what we do. Some of us know how we do it, but very few of us know why we do it. I realized I didn't know why I was doing it. And it was that crisis that was designed to do nothing more than help me find my own passion, to get back my mojo, that put me in a path that was unexpected.
I'm going to bring you into a place that flows with milk and honey. I'm going to bring you into the dreams that your grandmothers prayed about, that your grandfather died and never saw. I'm going to bring you into better, onward and upward and forward. I'm going to advance you until the kingdoms of this world become the kingdoms of our God and of his Christ. And I can't get it to you if I can't get a place of disruptive thinking, where you disrupt the way you think is your biggest enemy. It is not your past mistakes. It is not your failures. It is your mentality. Your mindsets control your assets.
You have this intuition that guides you, and you're willing to abide by it. But you have an integration problem, like everyone does, which is, well, you might be guided by beauty, and you might be guided by truth, and you might be guided by lust, and you might be guided by envy, and you might be guided by hunger. And like, there's a lot of different animating principles that are going to be warring around you. And if they're not integrated into something that's unified, then they're disintegrated and you're going to be pulled apart. The other question you're asking is, why does that have to be conceptualized as God? To answer that question, we'd have to do something like a technical analysis of what it means to consider something God. So I would say, well, something has to be put in the highest place. And the highest place is the place that takes predominance over all other places. And so if you're going to be guided by the spirit of your intuition, then by necessity, at least at that moment, you put it in the highest place. And that's to elevate it to the peak of Mount Sinai, symbolically speaking. It's to allow it to be the eye at the top of the pyramid through which you see.
I want to talk to people that God keeps saying something to you that is so different from your circumstance that you can't even find anybody to tell what he's saying to you, because it's totally ridiculous that God would say something like that to you. And yet God is going to give you potent faith. He's going to give you powerful faith. He's going to give you yoke-breaking faith. He's going to do a thing in your life, even though everybody voted you out, said you'd never be nothing, threw you out, never thought you'd be any good, cursed you out, laughed at you, made fun of you, spat on you, you flunked out of school, you dyslexic, and now God's going to do something fresh in your life. Yes, because God said, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. And if you were strong, I wouldn't have any place to be perfect. But I am the most potent when you are the most impotent. And I waited till you were limited so I could be limitless in your life. And that's why we praise him, not because we're potent, but because he's potent. Not because we got money, but because he got money. Not because we got resources, but because he got resources. Not because we know the king, but because the heart of the king is in his hand. And if God gets ready to bless me, no devil in hell can curse me. And if God gets ready to set me free, you can't put me in jail. For he whom the Son has set free is free indeed. Don't pay these shackles no mind. I'm free indeed. Don't pay these handcuffs any mind. I'm free indeed. This is why Christ had to become sin, because the cure is made from the venom. So he couldn't deliver me as righteousness. He had to become sin to cure sin. So he became what I was bitten with, so that if I looked on him, I could be healed from the infection of sin that was in my life. So when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done, when I think of the goodness of Jesus. Oh, see, y'all ain't done no mess. That's why y'all ain't got no praise. But to all the people who have done some filthy, dirty, low down, stinking stuff that you still don't want nobody to know about. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me, my soul cries out, thank you for saving me. Thank you for sparing me. Thank you for raising me. Thank you for lifting me. Thank you for a second chance. Thank you for a new beginning. Thank you for a fresh start. Open your mouth and give God some. Give God. Give